On this episode of Character Creation Showdown, two opposing players race to build a better D&D 5e character based solely on the roll of a dice. After 3 characters have been created, they will battle it out to see who is the ultimate character creator. If you happen to miss the first episode, you can click right up here. This first roll will be deciding the intended role of the character in a party. 2. Your character's role in a party will be a tank.
Let's go. This is going to be complicated.
This next roll will be deciding the character's race. So 35 cut in half, rounded down, which is 17. The character's race will be a Goliath.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay, that's very interesting.
This next roll is going to be determining their character's class. That is a 9. Your character's class will be a monk.
That's getting kind of spicy.
This roll will determine if the characters can multi-class. It is a 1. Your characters cannot multi-class.
Okay. Doable.
This last roll will be adding some restrictions to make things extra interesting. It's a 7. Your characters are only allowed to use martial weapons.
Oh, that's actually freaking weird for a monk, okay?
Based on these restrictions, you have the next 30 minutes to build a level 6 character. Good luck. What are your initial thoughts for your build?
I think a monk is pretty interesting. I'm still trying to figure out a subclass to combo with the tank aspect of things. Goliath is nice. I mean, it's just kind of naturally tanky, so that does lend to the tankiness aspect. But I'm still trying to find a subclass to kind of hunt into tankiness. I was thinking probably as my bonus action to make myself more effectively tanky, get a patient defense as my bonus action on most of my turns. So far, that's my thoughts.
And what is going to be the most challenging part of your build?
So far, I don't have a subclass pick, and it looks like we're only going to be able to use short swords from what I found so far. So I'm trying to find a good way to use a martial weapon, because that's a restriction, and also make myself more durable.
What are your initial thoughts for your build?
I had no clue to begin with, but I read through some subclasses, and I think I'm going to go with the Way of the Open Hand. At level 6, which is our capstone level here, we get they can use an action to heal themselves for 3 times their monk level, so that'll be an extra 18 HP effectively. So I think that's the way to go subclass-wise. I haven't really thought of feats quite yet, but or any way to taunt as a tank. I haven't quite seen that yet either, but we'll see.
And what is going to be the most challenging part of your build?
I think those extra things like the feats and the Goliath does actually have an ability to tank, so that actually worked out quite well. But yeah, just increasing the survivability and finding, I mean, I know it's not super important because it's just going to end up being a 1v1, but I do want to try to find some kind of taunt.
"15 minutes remaining. We are halfway through this challenge. How is your build currently going?
Not too bad. I did decide on some of the things I was talking about last time. I might go back on Way of the Open Hand. We'll see by the end. But, because I think the quickened healing ability might be better, because that'll let you still make an attack as a bonus action. But I decided to go with Fey Touch for the feat. So this way, with point buy and with point buy, the Goliath ability score increases, and Fey Touched, I can get 16s on Dexterity, Constitution, and Wisdom. So I have the unarmored defense with 16 AC, and I might switch to Kensei so I can get that to go a little higher. And then I just wanted the Constitution to be a 16s, just because it's a tank build. I want it to be as beefy as possible. Thought about tough feet, but I think that extra boost to AC and the Misty Step and Silvery Barbs, positioning yourself and then possibly making an ally miss an attack, or an enemy miss an attack, is a bit more worth it than the tough feet.
What do you think of your chances against your opponent?
I'm definitely not as confident as the last episode, I will say that, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
How is your build currently going?
Okay, I found some interesting things that I think would be considered tanky, or at least like CC to like bring people towards me essentially. On the elemental tutor monk, I believe it is, they have a water whip, whereas in action you whip someone 30 feet away and then you can bring them to you, or you can knock them prone. So as a tank, you can just take someone who's hitting your ally and just force them in front of you. They have a way to cast Hold Person, which I know it's kind of stretching it, but it is technically neutralizing someone, so hopefully that counts as being tanky. The other stuff I'm going for towards tankiness, I'm trying to figure out. Pretty much it's going to be using my key to patient defense or to bring someone down and knock them prone.
What do you think of your chances against your opponent?
Honestly, well, this one's pretty good. Like, I know it's like a survivability, so I'm trying to, hopefully with my feet or something else, I can do a little bit of extra survivability. But I think it's pretty good.
Alright, well now that they have finished building their characters, we're going to see what they've come up with. We're going to start with Lucas first.
So yeah, the basis of my class, I decided to take Way of the Four Elements as a monk. I figured it was a little difficult to find a tank monk, in my opinion, but one of the things we talked about before was a taunt, or some form of a taunt. So the best way, in my opinion, that I could get a taunt was Way of the Four Elements, and they have access to Water Whip. So you pretty much spend 2 key points. It's a 30-foot whip. They have to make a dexterity saving throw. If they fail it, then you can pull them straight to you. So 25 feet closer, or you can knock them prone. So in my mind, that is the best taunt. You know, send your Water Whip across, they're hitting your ally, or they're going towards one of your allies, and you just pull them in front of you, and then you kind of lock them down. One of the cool combos I saw with that is they've got Hold Person, so I'm kind of hoping to put that in my back pocket. Maybe Johnson won't know that's going to happen. Pull it out of nowhere and then have a good round. Most of my key points are probably going to be spent, though, doing patient defense to try and, keep myself as durable as possible.
Well, good luck, and I look forward to seeing it in battle. Alright, let's see what John has brought to the table.
I did decide to switch to Kensei Monk, so I went with Kensei, and I did still stick with Fey Touch to get all 3 of our important stats to +3. So that gives us a 16 AC. If we use the Agile Parry feature from Kensei, we can get that up to an 18. And then, we're 51 hit points, which I feel like isn't too bad. And then, honestly, monks aren't bad at preventing damage anyway because they have Stunning Strike, which you can't deal damage while you're in the stun condition, so at least it's pretty difficult too. With this character, one of the cool combos I thought of, which I think you can just do a stock monk. You don't even have to be Kensei. You can do the quicken. This is the reason I went off of the way of the open hand, because there's the new optional quickened healing feature, which uses key points, and the way of the open hand healing doesn't use key points. The reason that's important is because if we use quickened healing and use key points as part of our action, we can then do a key fueled attack as our bonus action. We can heal ourselves and then get a weapon attack and potentially a stunning strike off all in the same turn. And since I'm a Kensei, I do a little bit more damage because I can use a longsword. So, D10. Yeah, that's my character.
I look forward to seeing it in combat, and so good luck. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to stick around to the end of this season to watch as our players battle with their characters in an intense fight to determine who is the ultimate character creator. If the video is live, you can watch as our players build their third character of this epic challenge here.